I hereby declare the second games of the OlympicsAthon open. Welcome to the opening ceremony of the OlympicsAthon, a readathon inspired by the Olympic Games. This is in total the third round of the OlympicsAthon, but it's only the second Summer Olympics. We have previously hosted a Winter Olympics as well. Honestly, I almost forgot that I host the OlympicsAthon since it's been a while since the last time. The first round was hosted back in 2021. Later on we had the Winter Olympics in 2022, and now for the Summer Olympics of 2024 we have our second round of OlympicsAthon. As mentioned, this is a readathon inspired by the Olympic Games, and it therefore goes on during the same time as the Olympic summer events. The readathon will be happening between the 24th of July until the 11th of August. Yes, it starts a few days earlier than the opening ceremony, but that's simply because the sporting events start during that day. The purpose of a readathon is to read books that fulfill challenges and prompts, and I will soon talk you through the prompts for this readathon. As this readathon is inspired by the Olympic Games, of course there will be a competitive element to this readathon. You decide how involved you want to get with it. It's entirely up to you whether you feel like competing or not, but the option is there. Basically, you pick a country to represent. It does not need to be where you currently live or where you were born. You can pick whatever country you feel like, and that will be the country that you will represent in the Olympic Games. And as you read and fulfill prompts, you will earn points that will go to your country. Together with other representatives from your country, we will summarize your points, and by the end of the OlympicsAthon, we will summarize all of the points and see which country comes out as the winner of the OlympicsAthon. If you have participated in the OlympicsAthon previously, you already know the drill of this. I haven't really changed much. I really like the concept as it is. But if you have not been a participant before, I will now explain it to you. In this readathon, we are working with both main prompts and bonus prompts. There's going to be 5 main prompts, 5 main challenges for you to read books for, and then on top of that there's an additional 4 bonus prompts that you, if you want to, can challenge yourself with. The idea of this readathon is that you can 100% adapt it to you and your reading. You don't need to go for all of the prompts, you don't need to do both main prompts and bonus prompts. You can go for whichever prompts you like, at whichever difficulty you prefer. The 5 main prompts are of course inspired by the 5 Olympic rings in the logo. The 4 bonus prompts are more about embracing the globalness of the Olympics. You are allowed to read whatever you want, anything counts as a book really, so you can read physical books, audiobooks, ebooks, poetry, graphic novels, manga, short story collections, whatever you feel like. Anything that you feel counts as a book is gonna act as a book in this challenge. The one rule is that you are not allowed to double up on the main prompts, meaning that if you want to complete all 5 of the main prompts, you need to read 5 books. But you are allowed to combine books between the main prompts and the bonus prompts, and also to double up within the bonus prompts, if that makes sense. I hope it does. With that said, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and explain the prompts now. The first main prompt of the OlympicsAthon is summer. Read a book with a summer setting. This one is pretty self-explanatory, I feel like. For Winter Olympics we did a winter setting, now for summer we're doing a summer setting. The second prompt of the OlympicsAthon is sports. Read a book featuring sports. Once again, pretty self-explanatory. The Olympic Games features a bunch of different sports, so you should read a book featuring sports. And yes, fantasy sports are allowed. The third main prompt of the OlympicsAthon is country. Read a book that relates to the country that you are representing. When you sign up for the readathon, you will be asked to choose a country to represent, and this prompt refers to that chosen country. It can relate in any shape or form really. It can be a book from that country, the author might be from there, the language you read that book in might be the main language of that country, it might be set in that country, your characters might travel there, it might focus on some non-fictional topic. in regards to that country, whatever you feel like. The fourth main prompt of the OlympicsAthon is host. Read a book that relates to the host country, meaning France. The Olympic Games are hosted by France this year, so to honor that, the prompt is for you to read a book that somehow relates to France. Once again, it can be a book set in France, the author might be from there, you might read it in French, be creative. The final main prompt is Paralympics. Read a book with disability representation. If you don't know, the Paralympics is a sporting event that takes place after the Olympic Games, and it features athletes with physical disabilities. And to honor this, I am prompting you to read a book with some sort of disability representation. It can be both physical and psychological, mental. It doesn't need to just be physical. And that's it for the 5 main prompts. Each main prompt is worth 50 points, so from those 5 main prompts you can gather a total of 250 points. Let's now talk about the 4 bonus prompts. Once again, just as a disclaimer, I know that these are trickier. It's up to you whether you choose to do them or not. The first bonus prompt is 5 different continents. The Olympic rings are said to represent 5 continents. Now, there are different ways to define continents. I think depending on which definition you go by, it's gonna vary if it's 5 continents, 7, 6. The prompt is for you to read 5 books that you can relate to different continents. This might add multiple books to your OlympicsAthon TBR. Depending on your main prompts and what country you choose to represent, you might already have read 2 books amongst the 5 books you need to read to complete this prompt. So by reading a book that somehow relates to France, you will check off Europe, and then if you choose to represent another country that's not in Europe, you will get another continent, and that way you only have 3 more books to read. Now, if you plan the rest of your main prompts, you might actually be able to complete this challenge within those 5 books. This prompt will earn you 100 points, but you're only able to get those 100 points once you've read 5 different books representing 5 different continents. Second bonus prompt is flag. Read a book featuring all 5 colors of the Olympic rings on the cover of the book. You have red, green, blue, yellow and black, so I want you to find a book with a cover that features all of those 5 colors. It doesn't matter how those colors are represented, they can be in the title, in the author name. I'm also allowing alternative covers, so perhaps the edition that you're reading does not feature all 5 colors, but another edition of the book does. It's not always up to you which edition you have access to, so that's why I'm allowing alternative colors. If you achieve this prompt, you will gain 50 points. Third bonus prompt is 5 translated books. Similarly to the 5 continents one, in order for you to complete this prompt, you need to have read 5 different books that have been translated. Once again, depending on where you are from, what languages you speak, this might be easier for you than for others. Now, this is really where you can go in deep with your TBR and really plan it, because if you choose wisely with your 5 main prompts, you might find 5 books that work for 5 different continents, and perhaps if you're really good at planning, those 5 different books might also all be translated. Just saying, like, you can complete the entire readathon with just 5 books, but it's tricky. Okay, it's tricky. This is a tricky one, but I really want to encourage everyone to read translated books and to have a more global experience during such a global event as the Olympic Games. If you complete the 5 translated books prompt, you will earn 100 points. The final bonus prompt is medal. Read a book with foiling on the cover. This is just a fun one we're throwing in there. The prize when you win an event in the Olympic Games is a medal, gold, silver, bronze. So why not adapt that to our readathon as well and have a prompt dedicated to it. Once again, it's completely fine if the foiling is on another type of edition of the book you're reading. It does not need to be on your book. You just need to be aware that foiling exists on another edition. Completing the medal prompt will earn you 15 points. If we summarize the points from the main prompts and the bonus prompts, you can earn a total of 550 points. Once again, you are allowed to read many more books than just the 5 books for the main prompts. Just know that there's a maximum cap of the amount of points you can earn. So those are the prompts. I hope you are as excited about them as I am. I will be making my own personal OlympicsAthon TBR, so if you feel like you need any sort of recommendations, look out for that one. But you can also share any recommendations you have already in the comments down below. Make this into a hub of excitement and recommendations for the OlympicsAthon. In the description box you will find a link to a sign-up form where you choose a name and the country you wish to represent. Just please make sure that the name you're picking is unique and that you will remember it throughout the games. There's also a link to a tracking form where you will track all of your reads and with that convert it into points. This one will not be open yet, it will open once the OlympicsAthon starts, but that's the place where you will put down all of the prompts you've completed and the books you've read. There's a Twitter for the OlympicsAthon and there's also a Discord that has in the past been a very lovely community and hub and forum for the OlympicsAthon where you can ask questions, share recommendations and just be excited about the games, about the reading, all of that. So feel free to join the Discord server. If there are any questions at all, feel free to ask them here or tweet me on Twitter and I will do my best to reply to them. If you're uncertain if a book is gonna work or not for a prompt, just assume it's gonna work. Throughout the Readathon I am hoping to host some live sprints. It's been ages since I hosted live shows, but I'm very excited to do it so that we can read together. Hopefully there will be a kickoff somewhere around the 24th of July when the Readathon starts. I hope you're as excited about the OlympicsAthon as I am. I'm so glad I remembered this Readathon because I had honestly forgotten until I saw on Twitter that hey, I have another account. Oh yeah, it's for this Readathon that I hosted 2 years ago. So with that said, welcome to the OlympicsAthon! Remember to sign up, join the Discord, make sure to follow me on Twitter, follow OlympicsAthon on Twitter and also follow me here so you can just stay up to date with everything. Let's have a great old time during the Olympic Games this summer! Yay! Thank you so much for watching this video, please take care and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye!
You gotta just go for it. Don't think about what comes after or what came before.
I'm gonna blow this one out because I don't want my bookshelf to burn up. It's getting quite hot here, but you get the point of this being like the Olympic flame, right? Yeah, thanks. Like it's really freaking hot. Ah! I was gonna start a fire, I swear. Oh my god.